I buy all my toys, collectibles, and figures at Big Bad Toy Store, and you can too. Just click on the link below. They ship worldwide, and on pre-ordered items, you don't pay for it till it gets to their store. Hey, what's up? Sir Emerald here. This will be an unboxing video of the Marvel Iron Man 3 MMS198 D03 War Machine Mark II 1/6 scale collectible figure. Let's get out of the box. Now, D03 means this is the third of the diecast series. So this was made a couple of years ago, and it didn't receive a lot of love at the time. So it was a piece that obviously existed, but in regards to screen scene armors at the time, it hadn't made it. Now, we did finally get to see it in Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron, and at that time it had changed a bit from what this initial design was, so a lot of people passed on it. This really is a good find, and before even getting it out of the box, I'm going to recommend it to you as one you should try to get. So on the outside of the box we have our typical diecast box, and which is a piece of plastic over cardboard, 2 images. The plastic has like a schematic of it or an outline of it, and then the cardboard box underneath actually has it. Right there it says Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes. On the bottom here is the information of what it is. Side of the box has the information with the continuation of the picture. In the back of the box we have the names of the people who are responsible for creating this figure. On top of the box says MMS198 D03 War Machine Mark II, and the bottom of the box says absolutely nothing. So this is your typical diecast box, which is new. This is only the third one that they'd made at this point. So there was a scene that they had put into the storyboards of Tony Stark actually presenting this to Lieutenant Colonel Rhodes. Because if you remember, Rhodey stole the Iron Man Mark II, telling Tony that he wasn't worthy to own it. And he took it to his Air Force base, and his guys deconstructed it and created the War Machine through Hammer Tech, which of course was a big disappointment, including even being controlled by Ivan and had functionalities that didn't function properly. So after Iron Man 2 and before Iron Man 3, actually I would imagine after Marvel Avengers, because Tony was still wearing the Mark 7, 6 and 7 in Marvel Avengers. Matter of fact, the 7 was still a prototype. So after Avengers and before Iron Man 3, Tony started building all these suits. So this would have been made at that point. And there was a storyboard where Tony had presented this armor to James Rhodes, and Rhodey was calling it the War Machine still, and that didn't make it to screen. So when Iron Man 3 came out, what we see is Iron Patriot. They had repainted this into the red, white, and blue, and then we didn't see this armor again without the red, white, and blue, because if you remember, they used that to steal the president, which gave it like kind of a black eye. So this is what was supposed to be used in one of the movies, I'm assuming in Iron Man 3, which didn't make it. So it's a non-screen scene armor, but it is still the same armor, and it tells a story. So if you are trying to put together a Rhodey story, this armor is a requirement for that. So here he is out of the box. What does he come with? He comes with a saluting hand right here. He comes with 2 repulsor hands right here. And he comes with 2 fists right here. On the figure we have 2 articulated hands. He comes with his gun that goes on his forearm right here. And if you were able to find the exclusive edition, it comes with the holographic War Machine Mark I right there. Now this piece has already been used 3 other times. So there's 4 incarnations of this specific suit. So this falls under the category of, is it repaint or not? So now here's all 4 incarnations of this exact suit. I mean, exactly. The only difference is the paint scheme. The hot rod does not come with a face sculpt. I created that face sculpt. That's my own custom. This does not come with a face sculpt. Only comes with that helmet right there. These 2 do in fact come with face sculpts. So that is one difference between it. Other than that, those are identical in that regards. This piece does not come with the gun for going on the back, but he does have the ability to attach one of those guns to it. Now, the question truthfully comes, which came first here? So the storyboard is, after he built the Mark 22 hot rod for himself, he contacted Rhodey and said, hey, you know, that War Machine that Hammer Tech made is junk, so I've built you this based off of this. And even in the chest is the star cut out on the hot rod that continues on this piece. There's no star cut out here, nor is there a star cut out here. So what possibly could then be a story would be that, as we see in the movie Iron Man 3, we see the Iron Patriot. And let's assume that Adrian messed up the Iron Patriot so badly that after Lieutenant Colonel Rhodes flew him back to protection, wherever he took him off to, we assume the White House, for in rescuing him at the end of Iron Man 3. Let's say that the Iron Patriot was so badly damaged. Or let's just say that the Iron Patriot had a bad PR at that point. So they decided to remake it, and out comes this piece. There's no star on it. We have a star on the Hot Rod, we have a star on the Iron Patriot, which is like a Captain America. There's no star on these two pieces. So maybe the progression went Hot Rod, Iron Patriot, War Machine Mark II, and then War Machine Mark II from Avengers Age of Ultron. So, but the paint schemes are more similar here. You see we have some paint schemes differences here. Each one has their own different little designs on them, just a little bit different from the others, as you can see here. We have the red in the eyes and the chest here. We don't have a red in the eyes and the chest there. We also don't have a red in the eyes and the chest over here. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably the progression right there, even though storyboard has him presenting him with this. It was probably presented this after that one, because remember Adrian had to cook him out of it, more or less. He came out of it when he said he wasn't going to come out. Maybe he got too fried to work properly. It's hard to say. It really doesn't matter, because this wasn't seen in the screen, on screen, and that's why we don't, probably why we don't have a Don Cheadle head sculpt. Now you could put this on here, but it's really not the same one. It's a different sculpt. This helmet is different shade of silver. The silver, this is shinier, this is more dull. That's darker gray, that's kind of a brownish gray. So they're not the same, so interchanging those head sculpts wouldn't really work. But you could cut this out just like I did over here. It'd be a lot of work. If you wanted to make that a head sculpt, you could do that. This is already perfectly designed for it, so it could be done. So I take the tank, fly it right up to the general's office, and drop it at his feet and say, boom, are you looking for this? Yeah, that's funny. I like that story. Anyhow, yeah, thanks for signing the autograph here. Just make it out to Deadpool, sign your biggest fan, Wolverine. War Machine. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for watching, everyone. Leave your comments section below. Tell me what you think of this figure. Have you added him to your collection? You want to add him to your collection? Follow me on Facebook at Siri.Emerald and at Twitter at SiriEmerald. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Subscribe to me on Patreon. Every little bit helps. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps out a lot. Share this video with your friends. Tell them about my channel. That helps out as well. To be notified whenever I make a video, you're going to want to subscribe to my channel and then click the little bell icon. If you're already subscribed and you haven't been getting notifications, you need to go to my page and click the little bell icon. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. And to see more videos that I've made, you'll find them on the right. Thanks again for watching, everyone. See you in the next video. Happy collecting.